Welcome to Factorio Reverse Megabase. My name is Nila. So this is episode 26 of our Let's Play campaign. So in the previous episode we looked at this smelter, and I do understand that some people would go like, why don't you build it bigger? And the thing is, I could actually make it, if I made it a 24 to 24 splitter, then, or balancer, then it would only need 2 of those, but when I make it 16, then I kind of need 3 of these designs. However, when I have 16 trains, wagons, then having a 16 to 16 splitter makes a lot of sense. So the objective for today is to make this thing here into a really robust unit that will work. So the first thing I'd like to do is sort of get the last piece of the puzzle. The last piece of the puzzle being the loading. So we need to be able to load. Can this one actually... Oh, they can actually remove unfiltered. Nice. So we can also just cheat our way on that one. So I'm going to go up here, and I gotta admit, I've been testing, I've been trying, I've been just trying to figure out what it actually is I want to do. Because it's not so simple. It's not so simple, and it's actually going to be a really difficult design to come up with here. So I'm first going to just basically get something that's identical to the other one. And then already now we can see a problem. Like, why is this one, which is in the middle, and that one not in the middle of this crap? So I don't know how I missed this. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I guess I did that. Oops. Huh, weird. Alright, well, we just reestablished that. That's actually kind of nice, because I wanted to take this out anyway. Oh. Here, I don't need to run so fast, so let's take these speedy legs out. And, okay, so this clearly needs to be done something about. 1, 2, 3. There. Alright, and that actually works pretty well. Good. Okay, so that one is now done. Then next one, I guess that's gonna be well, that one is actually going in, so it is actually the whole damn thing that has to be taken out. We can start to do this one, and come on. We are, by the way, going to do this a few times, and I'm not going to speed through this because we could just move up here while they are just being busy, and then we can move to the next thing. So the point of this silliness here... Did I just move it one down? I think I did. Because this one is no longer aligned. And... there. And if I look at the design... Where is it? This is my train station. Go up here. Maybe like that. And that one will get done. Hey, I love seeing these robots. I don't like seeing them running out of material or running out of things, but it's nice to see robots actually flying out. Good. Alright, let's move up. Okay, we are kind of getting some things, and now we're building this location. And this is the one we need to start working on and figuring out how to do that. So this is going to be super weird, actually. The first thing I want to do is make sure that this thing is not here. I'd actually like it to be in the middle. So if it goes 1, 2, 3. There. And then the other one. Yeah, that would be ideal. So now I need to figure out how many trains I want. Well, I think my idea about the trains is that I want maybe less trains. I don't know. Okay, so there's something down here that wasn't working. That's why that one wasn't working, and why this one is not full. It'll be full soon enough. So I need to load here, and if I have one train, then I need to load 16. That means 1 full belt into each. Okay. If I have 2 trains, then it's 8 belts. That means 1 lane into 2 wagons. Okay. That's also a thing, right? And if I have four wagons, 4 trains, then yeah. So I am going to take one train into 2 wagons, right? And I think we need a bit of a stockpile here. So I'm going to just build this here. I'm going to give a bit more space for myself, and I'm going to go something like this. And of course, this one's already now in the way. But let's just go here. And oops. That one. And it'll be... this one goes in here and in here, for example. And, well, nothing works without power. Let's get the power assigned, and it is almost good enough. So there we go. Now we have power as well. And we're just looking at this. Is it working? Not really. That would work better. And that would mean I need one train, one of these into 2 here. Yes. This looks pretty decent. I don't really like this being the way it is. This is 16 lanes. So if I just take half of them out, I'm just thinking this is consuming fast enough. I don't like having these half-empty belts though. They are not great here, but I guess that's kind of what you have to do. That one can then come in here. Oh, this kind of sucks with these. Because even one in, even if I brought it here and then brought it there, then it would still be pretty bad. I might just do it this way. All right, that one and that one. That's bad. Or isn't it exactly the same as the other one? Yeah, sure. And I think I'll get these 2. And the next, hold on. What I'm doing now is actually taking 4 lanes. Ah, I was kind of thinking that something was weird. Yeah. Okay, so 4 lanes on this side. That means you're gonna go in there. You're gonna find a way in here. I'm gonna keep these just for a while. All right. And that one. That's just no reprieve from this. Okay, so this one, let's just get these in, and maybe also get a train line. Build a train, 1, 2, and we're gonna build it with this, because these can actually deconstruct anything that's come in, and that's what I'm interested in. This one, oh, also make sure we get the last 2 here. This one will remove anything coming in that isn't filtered. There. So what we're seeing now is that this is obviously not fast enough. You can see how much this stutters. So how do we consume a full blue belt like that? That's super important. The first thing we want to do is a measurement of how do we actually do that. Okay, so what I can do is I can take this and basically say that if it's fully running, there would be nothing on this belt. There would be nothing on this belt if it was consuming all of it. So that's clearly not the case here. And let's also make sure that these are... No, actually, I think I like having them sort of with that buffer. It's a big buffer, but it's probably good. So if we look at this one now, the question is it working? The answer is no. And you can see here, I'm forcing this to consume evenly from both sides because that's how it works with this build. I could probably do it other ways, but this is an option. So this is clearly not working. It's funnily enough that one side is not so funny, but that's because of the copy paste error. There we go. Now we should see a lot less coming in, but we're still not seeing nothing coming in. And you have to trust me on this. I tried the usual thing of just setting these ones to 8 and just going, okay, well that's gonna work, right? Nope, not at all. So I've experimented with a lot of things and I found a solution. Weirdly enough, well, not actually weird at all. It makes perfect sense. But the answer is, ta-da! And let's see. Once it goes up there, and I don't want any overrides. No overrides. Nothing will go out here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I tested it for a while. So because they pick up from the closest side, these two can actually do that. The one thing that is slightly concerning is that when the train leaves, there will be a bigger stockpile in this one, the first one, than in the second one because it's more active. But nonetheless, this is working. There's nothing stockpiling here. We can even do this so we can see it. So this is how we are going to do it. We're not going to load in on this side. We're actually loading in on the opposite side because reasons. Because it works. Because it goddamn works. That's why. And we like things that work. So this one, off you go. And the next one I want to consider is, well, if I now look at this one, it becomes super ironic that this is actually the ideal way to build it. Except like one distance, that's like really bad. I really want my trains to be like this. That would be so much nicer if they were like that. But I can also see the point of having the train wagons like there. You know, maybe I'll just do that for now. I don't think this grid, I have to remember that the grid is not important. It's super important to remember that it's not important. Take this out and put it in there and put it in there. This grid is just to get power, and it's not, there's nothing religious about this grid, it's just there. So here and there, and then get power down there. We'll have to fix these kind of things anyway. All right. So this is good. Now it actually turns out that we can now leap this, and I think that's great. Can I do it for other ones? Yep. And no. There. And this one. Here, here, here. And then we just need to get everything aligned to this. And that should be pretty simple. Okay. And let's just get this one and assume that there will be two next to each other. That's just the way it has to be, which means I have to figure out also, and this is important, how are we getting things in? 1, 2, see this lane? Is it? No, it's not actually correct. That means this one should probably be moved over there. So that I can get my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lanes through this area. And look at the thing that they've broken in 1.1. I can no longer drag startup belts. I don't like that. Oh, look at that. That's pretty awful. I have to be pretty careful without this, with this one here. That one, that one. Don't want to have it sort of leak into the next belts. That's actually way worse than I thought. Shoot. That is way worse. What if it was just optimal distance between these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the ideal distance. It's actually not, but don't care. I hate these damn power poles. They're so annoying. Man. But I need it, otherwise I can't do this. I want to live in a world without power poles. That is so ugly. I could also just take these two and get them two down and then... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that is... and this one having to be moved by one is also awful. What if all of them are removed by one to that side? Is that a problem? And the answer is no. Except for all of this part, of course. Here. And we'll take the other side as well. That one. And I can then take all of this. We think that's correct. And let's just build the next one. This one is... I'll build it here. Okay. All right, let's let me just do this. And there we are. Okay, so I think we have a pretty robust and not awful looking design here as well. So that's okay. I think. Oops. Is this? Yeah, this is the same distance, but if I pulled the one back, it wouldn't work. Yeah, I like this design. I like it, and it's close enough. So this is going to be one grid thing, and I just need to build the whole thing compacted as much as possible, so that we can figure out how to actually build it. These ones are good, and we just need the units here. How do we get this the most appropriate way? First of all, would it be possible for these to go on the inside? It absolutely would, but then you'd get in trouble on that side. But is this necessary? Does this power anything? No, it doesn't. Does this power anything? Nope, nope, nope. So these are not needed. Okay, good. That means I can take this part here, and I can take that part here, and then I can simply merge them together ish. Why is it weird now? Why is this weird? That's weird as well, right? Yeah, that's weird. But I'll have to do it here because otherwise it will actually look strange. This one goes out, and this is in the sort of in the objective of compression. That one is not needed. These are not needed, and I can take this thing out again. Yep, and it has to go all the way up to that one because that's as close as we can get, and I'll need to put it here. I do love messing with like the robots and belts and stuff like that, and especially live belts. It's kind of silly to do that. What I'm gonna do in the meantime is get some grid going. Well, that one. This will kind of give us our indication about where things will be placed on the other side, up here, right? So as we build the next one, we need to make sure that it actually aligns with these power poles so that it becomes a full, a full design. And also on the other side, that one, let's also just go over there and actually build it. And yeah, there's a few robots in the air. All of them, all 1,000 of them. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Here, I'll take these out. And that one's done. Yep. Here. Maybe this. No, that can't even be done. Okay, cool. And here. Get some of these in. This is not necessary. Basically what I want to do now, just to delimit the whole thing and figure out how big / small it can be, and then I'll build the stackers around it, because there will be stackers, that's for sure, and that's gonna be the next thing. So why are these? Oh, they're not there because of lack of power. Okay, let me just do that so that it actually remove the belts. Don't really need me to be picking up more junk. This one, funny how this is not powered at all. There's no way for this to be powered in a reasonable way. There we go. One power pole. Yes, indeed. Okay, and now I take the next part, this one, and get it in here. And then the question becomes, how close should I make this? I'm kind of worried that this is in a bad location. There. So we take this location out. I will cut it, and I'll cut this one, and then I need to figure out sort of what? Oh crap. Oh right, yes. Okay, so this one is badly placed. It's absolutely horrendously placed. It is misaligned with the substations. So we actually need to move the whole damn grid one tile off. Had you heard about that before on this channel? One tile off? Yeah. All right, let me just do that. So that should be done, and we can now do our blueprint that we hopefully still have. Here, and let's see. That is too close. Okay, so it has to be moved one up. Come on, there it is. And that's going to be the closest. That's such a shame that it can't actually be moved any closer. Let me just go through the rest of it and check if that really is the case. And if that, since that's the case, could we just make some leeway here and there that makes it kind of look nicer? And like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. And then make, for example, this one go up here, and then get maybe 4 on the other side. Yeah, just a nice casual. I'm gonna do it again. Am I not? Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna move it up again. I'm pretty sure I have to. Yeah, I'll just take this out, and then I love the moving these around like excessively. And this one will now need to get go. Okay, so please hold on a minute while I try to make this a bit nicer. And we're now back. So what did I just made the difference? I wanted to sort of spread out the additional units, but what I did instead was make some 4-4 balancers, side balancers, because, and it was rightly mentioned, these ones have a tendency to pick up from the inside. And that's kind of impractical. So if they only pick up from the same side, then it'll be an uneven draw, and you fix the uneven draw by making a lane balancer here. It doesn't make a difference when these trains are not full, but eventually when the real train comes in, and you can see that it will then only the one side of these, every other train wagon will be empty, but the other ones will be full, or at least let's say half full or something, and that's pretty impractical to say the least. So this one's filling up, it's going over here, and we now have the full lineup. That is now our design, and we will now be able to stamp this down in multiple locations. However, it's not done yet, right? What I can do, and what I want to do, is take this and make a smelter. Maybe this is something you want as well. Maybe it is. And I will put it into blueprint book of random stuff that I need. I'll put it in here. Actually, shouldn't I put it in here? I'll put it in here. Right, so the next thing I want to do, and I think we do have the time for it, is to talk a bit about how to do the inbounds. So for this one, we will make sure that there will always be enough trains to go inbound. Oh yeah, by the way, the whole thing has to be rotated 180 degrees. That's something we just do at some point. So we are going to have a... No, let's think about it. I need to make sure that as soon as a train enters or leaves the station, another one comes in. So that means stacker. All right, so we need a stacker. The best type of stacker is a linear stacker, and so having... Yeah, so the big difference is, let me just try and see if I can see it. I can show it. Here's a station there, and we have a train waiting like that. And if I want to do the best kind of stacker, then I just have them sort of lining up behind like this, so they go in. But if I have multiple stations like so, then how am I gonna stack it up? The traditional thing, I don't know if I did this now correct, is to yeah, okay, we'll just do this. And then, hey, it actually worked. I wasn't sure it would work. Have trains waiting out here. Oh, hold on. Can I be really cheeky? Wow. All right, so that would be how you build a stacker normally. So the trains are waiting out here, and they will wait in here. So that's it. It's actually pretty good, but everything has to go through this location. And that means if these are going to be consumed at a higher rate, this might actually be the bottleneck. This one. The fact that each train, specifically when it's 20 or 2 is 16.2, it can be a bit difficult to get it through here. So in this case, now I don't have 16 trains. I only have 2. Only have 2 inbounds. Down here I have 4, so that's a bit more. What I'd like to have is for this one, actually having it a combination so that I can have 2, like for each one of these I want to have a train waiting, but also sort of a common stacker behind. Or actually I think I want to have a serial stacker. I think we'll call them a serial stacker and a parallel stacker. So I think I want this to be the stacker design for all of our locations. And obviously, since I only have 4, then no, I'm going to take these out just for situations. So this is on the inbound side. I'm going to have 4. I'm going to have 1 waiting right behind the first train. And then I'm going to have a long line of additional, which will then spread out to be in holding position for each one afterwards. I'll sort of do the same thing on this one. So I'm going to need to have 2, enough for 1 extra train out here. How big is 1 train? Well, who knows? Who knows indeed. Remember, big base, unlimited space. That one. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There, that's 10. And that's another 10. So this is a station length. Let's test it against this one. And it should be overlapping exactly with that. Okay. What are we? Oh, we're also somehow getting. Okay. So this goes up here as well. And all right. So at this point, that means I can have 1 train being loaded for each, and out here I'll have 1 more train waiting, and then I'll have some kind of way that this will hook up to that one. I think I will make something that looks a bit fake, I think, and because it's going to be easier to hook it up if I do that. Oops, the last one here. And I will get here. Now, obviously, it's not going to be a roundabout here. Crap. That one. But it's going to be functioning a bit like it, which means that I will be able to take it out wherever it makes sense. That's the point of this. If I make it like this, then let's say I take this whole thing and then I rotate it. It's easy for me to hook up these here, and then let's see, that's gonna be hooked up with that one. It's easy to hook it up and then get the other ones out. Yes, so that's gonna be, I don't think that's a good idea, by the way. I'm gonna do it, but no. And autosave. Autosave means subscribe. So if you see the autosave and you haven't subscribed, well, now that's your chance. There. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. And then I'll figure out how long the trains, how many I can put on the stacker, because then it's just going to be a linear stacker, right? So this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so before the last 2 wagons, right? That's going to be right there. I'm standing on tracks. I'm standing on tracks. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. And again, I'm going to go. There must be some better way to do this. But it's because they're too long, these trains. Is that good? Yeah. So I'm going to take this. How is this not working? What if I build it like there, and it's also the wrong one? It is actually working. Look at that. I don't get it. I don't get it. So this thing is actually working. And then I can take this thing and then see if I can get one more. Not quite, but it's going to be out there. Yeah, I'm going to make these at this distance so that there will be... It actually only means that I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trains on this one. It's not a lot, and it's not a lot. It is not enough. Let's just be honest. It's not enough. What I need to do is I need to be able to make sure that this one, when it branches there, will have the same. Okay, so that is actually correct. There. Okay, so now I actually have 1 train there, 1 train there. That's good. And I can do a loop. And I kind of feel like I should do another loop, because I'm going to need more trains here. And size is not an issue. Yeah. Yep. But I'm also feeling that on the other one, it doesn't really have to be like this. I think that I want to make... I don't make something like the ideal setup here. Like, okay, so... This doesn't need to be like that. It could be... Okay, I could do something like this, for example. And then that one would be... Maybe not. Maybe like this at least. Right? So that would be the same. This distance here. Man, they are just not fitting. Why the hell do they not fit? Here. Okay, they both don't fit, so that's, I don't know, at least something. And that one fits. Okay, good. It's all good. Between this one and the top one, that's also good. The question is, can I then get this one closer? No. All right, well, that's good. Now we know. Here, I can kill this. And I can kill this. Here. That one. And then we have the next issue. This one is not going to be there. So I'm just going to do this just to see if it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is a bit annoying that it's so much manual counting. There. Is it good? Somewhat. And I still have this one. There. That one goes out here. Why am I spending so much time on this? Well, because this is going to be like one of the fundamental builds, and if I build it correctly, then I might not have to build it so many other times. Right, so I can now do is that, am I happy with this? Not really. Not really. I don't exactly know what it is I want to do, but I want to have just 2 trains on the side. 1, 2, 1 train there. Yes, that's what I want. Yeah, I'm just gonna snap my fingers, and when we come back, it's gonna work. And there we are. It took a bit of time, and unfortunately I can't even scroll scroll out fast long enough to see it. There. That's because we have big trains. So what we have now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trains stacked up real nice. As soon as one of these will leave, then another one will be coming in. And yeah, I think that's how we want to do it generally. I think I also want to do the same thing for the other one. I think I'll build it about the same size. And of course, then we get into all sorts of troubles with sizing. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. I think that this is a really, I know it's not a really compact, it's a rather compact. What you could do, and maybe I regret that already now, is that what if you build up here and build that way, and then you have this thing, instead of this 2 here in the middle, I could have it starting there, go this way, and then have this one more in the middle here, and then go back, and then I wouldn't have this dead space. Oh man, why, oh why is it always like this? At least I have robots, right? At least I have robots. Yeah, time is running out, but that's definitely one thing we want to do, right? Maybe I'll think about it, right? I'll think about it. All right, I just couldn't help myself. As you can probably imagine, I had to do this. So what we have now is not powered, but that's kind of a side note here. We'll just get it powered over here, and then we can just look at how awesome it is. And we'll just get a few of these. Can you get there? And almost. Come on. You can do it. Okay, I couldn't do that. So what we have now is way more compact, but it does have longer lines. However, it actually, I don't think it matters that much, because some of these lines come in here and they go all the way out. Of course, it's not the same lines because it balances. But what we have now is that now it's a pretty nice square if we consider the gigantic stackers. So how many can we have? We have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 here and 10 up here. And I think that makes perfect sense. I think those are the right numbers, and we'll just give it a shot. There's one little thing that's kind of iffy, is that this branch here is not the same line as that one. It's simply because I couldn't turn it here. Maybe I'll just turn it there anyway, but I'm very happy with this. I think it's much better now. If you look at this, you go like, okay, that's a square, and you can put it down. The reason why we put so much time into this is because we now need 2 of these for iron and 2 of these for copper. And you know, if we even go so far as to say this could also work for steel, then what you actually have is that you could get 2 more for iron and 2 more extra for steel, and then you suddenly have this design that you stamp down. I don't know how much that was. That ended up being like, oh, I think I need 3 of those for copper as well. I don't know. We need a lot, maybe 10 of these. And if you have a design and you spend it, if you need to use the design 8-10 times, it's worth putting in the effort. So that's why we did this, and let's just hope it works. I have no idea. Well, I do have an idea that it works, but there might be some bottlenecks here and there that we haven't seen, and we'll take a look at that eventually. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next episode as we progress with other things as well. I'm just gonna hook this up, and then we can continue on maybe some science quest or maybe some mining. Let me know in the comment section below what you'd like to see in the upcoming episodes. And if you haven't already, then consider subscribing to help out the channel and for you to keep up with what's going on. Thank you, everyone. Take care and stay effective.